What if I told you that you could create and sell the coolest digital products and actually ship out real inventory without needing inventory yourself for free, and you can make a profit with honestly barely even lifting a finger? If you are interested in this and you want to get into digital products and print on demand, this video is for you. Hi, my name is Lara, and on this channel, we talk all things digital products, tech, and productivity. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to create this super simple yoga mat, and it's super fun to create. It's a current summer pick with Printify. So we are going to design it in Canva, and then we are going to process it in Printify, and I'm going to give you some keywords that you can use for free to help you market your first digital product. If this is your first digital product, that's great. If it's not, perfect. This tutorial will help you if you're a beginner or if you're experienced. So without further ado, let's get into it. All you're gonna need is a Canva account and a Printify account, and you are ready to go. So I'm gonna flip the camera around as per usual, and we are going to get right into the tutorial. Okay, so if you've watched my other tutorials, you know that this is a common theme here, but we're just going to create a blank design, and we're going to go into Instagram post, the 4:5 ratio. It's just the first one that's there, and honestly, I just find it kind of an easy size to work with. Also, like a square is easy too. So now we're gonna have a blank canvas. So for this design, I kind of went with the Pilates theme again, yoga, Pilates, whatever. It is a yoga mat, so I just wanted to keep it with something that's popular and that's actively being searched on Etsy. So I wanted to kind of do something fun, and I keep seeing the term Pilates princess trending on TikTok, on Pinterest, like wherever I am, I always see Pilates princess. So I am going to kind of stick with this like cutesy theme, and I've seen a fun design before where they use like this cute cake. So that's what we're gonna do here. So I'm just simply gonna go into elements here, and I am going to search up cake. And you'll see a whole bunch of options, and this one right here is exactly what I'm looking for. If you don't have a pro account, you can kind of use some free options. There's honestly a ton of really cute ones. I just like this one because I can write something here. So I'm going to click on that. The key here is I'm gonna size it quite large because you want the DPI to be fairly high when you download it. And this just allows it to show up more clear on Printify. So I'm gonna pretty much size it to the page here. So that is what we're working with. What I love about these elements is you can change the colors. I love this pink and cream theme. I think it's really in right now. So that's what I'm gonna do. Next, I'm just simply gonna go over the text, and I'm gonna add a new heading. And here I'm going to write Pilates Princess. So now that's there. And I am going to play around with this. I think I'm gonna do it like one below another, and I'm gonna size it a little bit bigger, and I'm gonna twist it so it matches the angle of the design here. So I'm just gonna kind of center that. I personally am gonna change this font. I love the script fonts. So I'm gonna go with Citadel Script. Again, if you don't have a pro account, there's Pinion Script. There's a whole bunch of them that are free that give the same vibe. So I want to make the spacing here closer, so I'm just going to hit this button right here, and on line spacing I'm just going to drag it a little bit so that it's kind of right under each other. So you can kind of keep it nice and bold like this. I'm just going to make this more of a lighter gray, not a super light gray, but like a more of a darker gray, but it's not quite black. So that is it. That's entirely it for the design that I'm gonna do. Basically, you cannot use just one element because it's almost like you're stealing from another designer. So if you add something to it to make it your own, then you can kind of sell it. So that's all I'm gonna do. Now I'm just gonna hit share, and I'm gonna hit download, and I'm gonna download this as a transparent background. And then from here, we are going to go right into Printify. And if you haven't set up an account, you just set up an account yourself. You type in your email and all of that good stuff, and then you can link it directly to your Etsy shop if you have one, or you can copy the link into other sites. I know there's Gumroad and a whole bunch of them. So that is literally it for the design. So let's go into Printify and let's put this together. So now that we are in Printify, you'll notice in the catalog, there is a whole bunch of options. There's bestsellers. That's always a great one to start with. But I decided to go with summer picks because we are entering summer. I just think that this is a super fun category to look at. And you'll see there's a whole bunch of different designs. And the great thing about that design we just created, you can put it into any of these items. You do not need to just make it a yoga mat. You can do whatever you want. This is one that sells a lot that I love to create. But just so that you know, you don't have to just make it for one item on Printify. So you will see the rubber yoga mat when you keep scrolling, or you could just type it in the search bar. I'm going to hit that one and it'll show you the sizing here. For the design that we created, it really doesn't matter. But if you know the sizing, you can even plug that into Canva. And then we're just gonna go down and we are going to pick a supplier. This supplier is in the States, but it's the only supplier. So we are going to go with that. And we are going to start designing. So it'll show you the full mat size. So all we're gonna do here is go into upload. And I'm just gonna upload that design that we just downloaded from Canva. So now that this design is here, we're going to save some time here. I wanna turn this into a fun pattern that basically goes across the whole mat. So up at the top here, you'll see a bunch of little dots. That's actually a pattern icon. So hit that one and it will automatically make it into a nice pattern for you. Now, you can keep them all horizontal. You can rotate them. You can really do anything with it. But I like to make them a brick horizontal. So I'm gonna kind of make it like that, just so that it's like one there, one there, one there, one there. It's nice and big. And then you can kind of decide. So you can take that original design and make it bigger. And this will kind of see how big you want it on this mat. I don't want it too big, but I also don't want a million small ones either. So we're gonna go with this. And if you wanna preview it, you just hit the preview button at the top and you can kind of see your design in action with mock-ups that are even here on the side, which I love about this. This looks great. I actually love how it looks. So that's what we're gonna go with. So I'm gonna hit save product. And now is kind of the fun part. You get to pick mock-ups. So it gives you one to start with, but I like to include all of the mock-ups if we have enough space. I think you're allowed 10 pictures. So I'm going to add in all of them because there's only 4. And this is kind of a fun design. What I want to do is I might switch around which one is my main when we get to the next part, but you can even add mockups from placeit.net. They have a really awesome version of mockups as well. But from here, we just have the 4 photos. So I'm going to save the selection and I don't want that to be my primary. I think I'm going to want one of these 2 to be my primary. So maybe I'll do this one. And you can kind of see how it says Pilates Princess, or I would do this one where it's folded up. But I just liked how this looks with the background, so that's gonna be my main one. And then for the most important part, do not sleep on this part. You can use AI tools for this. There's an AI generator right in Printify, definitely use that. But it will give you exactly what you need to write when you kind of give it some keywords here. So for this one, you would want keywords like Pilates, Pilates Princess, yoga, yoga mat, yoga class, whatever you think would fit well. You can also use Sale Samurai, which I've talked about in another video, and you can use my code Lara20 for 20% off, but there's a whole bunch of keywords here. And then another hack is you can go right into Etsy, type in yoga mat, and see what other keywords come up at the side and include that here. I think that's a great way to do it. And then in the description, those same keywords in the title, throw it in here, but don't make it too keyword dense, but just throw it in because it helps with Etsy's SEO. Then this is another crucial point. Make sure that you're always using tags in your Etsy listings. And these tags are the same important keywords that you've put up in your title. And another thing you can use is ChatGPT. You can upload a picture of your design and you can say, hey, create this digital product for me, create a title, create some tags for Etsy that are high ranking, and it will do it for you. Just give it the right prompts and it will work. But always use all 13 tags. If you don't do this, this can actually really hinder your success on Etsy. Next, you pick shipping. I usually do both, standard and economy. That's just if people in the States are ordering. And you can choose your profit. So there's a retail price here. Your profit would be $33 at a 40% profit margin. It shows you the production costs and it shows you the Etsy fees. So everything's kind of calculated right here. $85 might be a bit high. I would look at what other ones are priced at. As long as you are making a decent profit, then you are good to go. But it's entirely up to you at what you want to price it at. Just remember, if it's too high, it probably won't sell either. So then here it allows you to sync everything right to your Etsy shop, which I love because once I publish this, it's right up on my shop. And then you just hit publish and you are ready to go. So afterwards, you can go look at your product in action, and then you can upload these pictures of the mock-ups right into Pinterest. That's my little hidden hack with the same keywords to then link it back to your product on Etsy. and then you can really get the optimal sales. So it is that easy, you guys. It really doesn't take much to create these digital products. That's why I love giving you the tutorials. And obviously I love giving the tutorials for free because I like to help you out. I love creating these digital products. So for me, this doesn't really work. This is like fun. But all you have to do is just have fun with it. Make sure your keywords are always there. Use ChatGPT, use other keyword tools in Google, and you will do perfectly fine. And have some faith, because it does take time. It's not gonna like you're uploading it and then it's gonna sell tonight. It can, but don't give up if it's not selling in that first day or even that first week. The more products you upload, Etsy recognizes it that you're staying consistent, so it will push your products to more people. So that's definitely another thing. Make sure you have more products and always keep uploading. If you can upload a couple of these products a day, it could be the same design on different products, a couple of them every week, then you're good to go. And it's that simple. So thank you guys for watching. I love these quick tutorials. Let me know if there's any digital product you want to see me create, or a theme or a niche. I'm happy to do that. Just leave it in the comments below. And in order for me to keep making these videos free, definitely like and subscribe. I love to create these digital products for you, and I love to show you exactly what I do when selling them as well. So if you have any questions, comment them below. If you have any video ideas, comment those below too, because I'm always reading your comments. I'm always responding. And until next time, happy creating.